The 19th of October is a day that will stand out in many people's minds. Cher released her hit single, Believe. Jon Favreau, actor and producer of the cult movie Chef, was born.
My name is Cher. My name is Cher. My name is Cher.
And Pokemon Yellow was released in North America. Oh yeah, and I was born just across the pond as well. Hello everyone, my name is Super123, and today I'm going to see if I can beat Pokemon Yellow with only a Pikachu. On my birthday. So as I am the ripe old age of 25, halfway to 50, yes I'm very old, please make it stop, please stop reminding me, I've decided to use Pokemon number 25 in the Pokédex in its own game. Pikachu's stats are not exactly good, and since its move pool is full of electric and normal type moves, fighting the large amount of rock and ground types in these games is going to be really tough. We're pretty much going to have to rely on TMs like Mega Punch and Seismic Toss to help us get through these battles, since electric moves don't work against the ground types that we're going to have to face in the first and final gyms. Here are the rules: I can only use Pikachu in battle, I can have other Pokemon for HMs but they can't be used in battle, no items can be used in battle, and I would say no glitches, but it's Gen 1, every battle's a glitch. And if you do enjoy this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and if you do have any ideas for challenge runs to do in the future, leave a comment as well, and comment happy birthday as well while you're at it. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So we pick up our Pikachu from Professor Oak and aptly name it Birthday and begin the grind for the first gym. During the grind, here's a bit of trivia since it's a Pikachu based birthday video, and I'm now legally obliged to bring up the Birthday Pikachu card that was banned from tournament play, due to it doing an extra 50 damage if it was your birthday. It was banned because they can't really confirm if the kids were lying about their birthday or not, so they just banned the card. I'm pretty sure they could just ask the kid to bring out a passport or show their MySpace page or something. We got to level 15 and learnt Double Team, which is going to be our saving grace in this gym. We set up 4 on the Geodude and then used Tail Whip 6 times to make quick attacks stronger, since that's our only form of attacking move. We beat it fairly easily, and Onix was also a similar story since it likes to use Bide and can't attack properly, so I just spam Tail Whip again and get the victory, already contradicting my intro where I said this would be one of the tougher gyms. I went through Mount Moon and got the Dome Fossil, but leave a comment on which fossil is your favourite, and then battled the anime duo themselves, Jesse and James. To protect the world from devastation, to protect all peoples within our nation, to remember to hit that like, and subscribe for more videos from Mike. My name's not Mike, by the way, I just needed a word that rhymed with like. I went to the rival battle first since I wanted a bit more EXP for Misty, losing on my first attempt due to sand attack shenanigans. For my next attempt, I taught Pikachu Mega Punch, and we just about scraped the battle, but the battle against Misty was a much easier one, where I just used Thundershock. Thundershock could hardly power up a toaster, but it was enough to fry these starfish. Now I want some seafood, some little bit of fresh lemon squeezed on top. I mean, that battle was easy peasy lemon squeezy after all. Before the next gym against Lieutenant Surge and the battle of Pikachu v Raichu, I had to bolster my arsenal a bit more, and not the limp arsenal of the recent Premier League years.
When is it gonna end?
But more like the Henri and Burkamp of Gen 1 moves, Seismic Toss and Body Slam. Seismic Toss was a bit annoying to get to since without cut, I have to battle this extra hiker, but it's less annoying than running all the way back. And Body Slam is just a better version of Mega Punch. It's more accurate and has a chance to paralyze the opponent, unless they're normal type. It's basically like every normal type in Gen 1 has the ability Limber and can't be paralyzed by it. These moves made the rival battle on the boat a breeze, and after sticking my hand through discarded fast food wrappers and discarded needles, I can fight Lieutenant Surge. I used a double team and a tail whip to start off just so I can buy some time to make Body Slam hit a bit harder, since Raichu obviously has better stats than us. It does land a Thunderbolt but misses another one either side for Body Slam, and this takes out his only Pokemon and wins us the battle. No need for a Thunderstone here, and we get the Thunder Badge.
Proof of your victory! A Thunder Badge!
Rock Tunnel is a bit of a trek to get through, and while I'm in here I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who has watched, liked, commented or shared a video. I've been uploading to this channel for almost 2 years now, and despite my videos mainly being once a month due to emulator problems, general full-time work or me being a lazy so-and-so, all of which I complain on Twitter about, I have loved it. I've had many channels in the past which never took off, and I'm so happy that this one has stuck with you all, and it's something I really enjoy too. So just thank you for all that, and soppiness aside, let's carry on. I have some Team Rocket story to deal with in Saladon City, fighting Giovanni underneath the game corner. Despite him having some ground types, they have no ground type moves, so with double team and the badge boost from agility, it was an easy victory. Speaking of easy victories, the rival battle in Lavender Tower was nothing more than a feeble roadblock. Now with that story stuff quickly out of the way, I went to fight Erica. She was pretty easy to take down as her Pokemon are not fully evolved like in Red and Blue, making it much easier to body slam them back into the soil. Maybe give them a bit of photosynthesis or a leaf stone and they might actually cause me a problem. Now we are at a bit of a crossroads where we can go, as we can either go to Fuchsia and fight the gym, or try the Silph. Since we have no real great moves for Koga's level 50 team, I went to save the region instead, leveling up some more before facing yet another rival battle. He leads with Sandslash, who still has sand attacks, so I have to take it out quickly. It was very annoying to take out as we kept missing and did lose a few times, but after a bit of double team luck we won and got the gift Lapras which I need for Surf, since I don't have the surfing Pikachu sadly. That would have made Rock Tunnel a lot easier, and it would have made lighter work of Giovanni, as it was tough to take out the Rhyhorn and Nidoqueen with only Body Slam. Maybe I should have taught Seismic Toss here, but hindsight is 20/20 after all. I did lose to Giovanni a few times, and he does kindly wait there to be beaten again before taking over Silph, so we ask him to politely leave and go to the gym in Saffron City to fight leader Sabrina. I chose to battle her over Koga first, as she has the whole Abra evolution line, which has really low defense. And all I wrote for this battle was Body Slam. We channel the true power of the 1996 Pikachu before he discovers the treadmill and whey protein, and did a big old belly flop on the consumers of the finest cereals. So after that gym I had my second instance of the emulator being awful and not even loading my save state or save file. So what I did was I used PK Hex to get a Pikachu at the same level. Of course this means the IVs were randomized, and I used walk through walls to get back to this point in the game. Koga took me a few tries since our attack IVs are most likely not as good as the previous Pikachu, but we did manage to body slam our way past eventually. Now I can carry on the game legitimately with the journey to the Cinnabar Gym, and after the game continues to fail to acknowledge the existence of Metapod, #justice for Metapod, I get to the battle with Blaine. We're only just a few levels higher than his team, so it is quite a tough battle, as he's got a fully evolved team. We just managed to get through the battle because from what I can gather, Double Team also raises your stats with the badge boosts, which means that despite Pikachu losing multiple brain cells in a confused state, we still managed to win somehow with our boosted attacks. Now for the final gym battle against a mysterious gym leader that not even the guy at the front of the gym knows. Oh, if only there was a sign on the statue right next to him that lets us know who it is. But in serious, this is going to be one of the hardest battles without a doubt. Giovanni's team is ground type, and nearly all of his Pokemon have Earthquake, which has 100 base power. So as this is my third attempt at recording this whole run, I will also tell you about my first attempt where I couldn't even beat this gym at level 95. Then again in that run I didn't teach Seismic Toss or Double Team, so that's probably why it was so difficult. I tried the gym battle a few times at level 61 in this run, and thanks to the overpowered nature of Double Team raising evasiveness and every other stat too, we beat Giovanni with a level 61 Pikachu. The Rhydon was a bit tough to take out because I forgot to teach Seismic Toss like a dummy, much like my first run, but we still get the badge. Giovanni suffers from the sheer embarrassment of losing to a level 61 Pikachu and goes to hide in some waterfall cloaked cavern in Johto for the next few years. Now before the final hurdle we have the small matter of a certain rival battle, and of course now is the time I taught Seismic Toss. It totally wouldn't have been helpful before or anything. The only issue in this battle for Pikachu is getting past Magneton easily as it has Supersonic and Thunder Wave, which is a bit of an inconvenience, but we still managed to get through. Here are our stats before our first battle with the Elite Four. Our defense is very worrying, but the speeds should lock us into some nice critical hits. Leave a comment on what level you think I'll win the challenge at. Let's do this. So with an electric type, Lorelei is just free EXP. I just pressed the A button a few times and it was honestly like we were never even here. But unlike every other time in history, Bruno does pose a threat to us here. We have a pretty low defense and his Onix both have the really powerful ground type moves in Earthquake and Dig. I lost my first try to him because I was figuring out a good strategy to get past, and the Machamp is also really strong if it can actually decide to attack. Most of the time Bruno will just use items on it. Now for Agatha, who will be tough since her ghost types are very specially bulky and can't be hit with Body Slam, but Seismic Toss affects them for some reason which is really strange. Her team utilises the annoyance of status moves like Confuse Ray and Hypnosis, which did mess me up on multiple occasions, but I soon enough pulled through, making it to Lance. And in my first attempt to Lance, I threw the battle because I only had 2 uses of Thunderbolt left. Now hindsight shows me I probably didn't need to move as much as I thought, but either way I just wanted to leave to get some elixirs just in case. I'd feel a lot more confident in this battle with the extra PP. It did take me a few more tries to get back to this stage of the Elite Four, but we did gain quite a few levels in the process, causing Lance's team much stress with Thunderbolt as his super strong moves like Hyper Beam did very little. This means I can have my first attempt at the champion, and how does it go? Not very well at all. In fact, worse than that. We got Earthquake to only 1 HP, only to be knocked out the next turn. Well, that was anticlimactic. It was like I was never even there. Maybe I just have to brute force my way past the Sand Slash and set up later. Well, that was the plan, but making it back to the champion was easier said than done. I had the most trouble with Bruno and Agatha. Bruno I had really embarrassing battle against where I misclicked and used Thunderbolt on the Onyx to no effect. This was because I was itching my foot at the time. I really should stop making my OnlyFans videos while I'm playing Pokemon. Agatha was just confusion hacks. Don't you just love being unable to attack anything, but while the opponent just sits there and laughs and doesn't even attack you? But after a few more attempts, I got this really good run where I got to the champion again. Of course, Lorelei was just a free battle as she has been at every attempt. Bruno is still a bit tough as I have to hope his Onyx do something stupid, while Seismic Toss is a 2-shot on both of them. We get a critical hit on the Machamp which probably would have taken us out with any attack anyway, seeing as our defense is so low. Agatha's Confusion luck ran out as despite Pikachu being hit by Confuse Ray, it never hit itself. Arbok did paralyze us and Gengar did get a special drop, but a critical hit Thunderbolt gets us back to Lance. His Gyarados gets the Lorelei treatment, and the 2 Dragonairs are both 2-shot. His Aerodactyl is shocked back to the Stone Age, and Dragonite always scares me because it uses Blizzard, and maybe we'll get a freeze, but it never has, and with half health to spare, we're ready for round 2 of the champion. So my plan was to just brute force past the Sand Slash and praying Earthquake doesn't hit too hard, and since Sand Slash has pretty good defense, it's going to be quite tricky. But a Body Slam on our first attack paralyzes it and it doesn't hit an attack at all after that. That Sand Slash is the threat on his team without a doubt, and once that fell, the rest of the team followed suit, with a 1-shot on Alakazam which takes us to level 80. Executor hardly doing anything to us as it's 3-shot after it survived in the red, Magneton also being 2-shot with a Body Slam, a final dose of the Lorelei treatment for Cloyster, and finally zapping his starter with a few bolts to win us the challenge, and I can now say I've officially beaten Pokemon Yellow with only a Pikachu. That was a pretty tough challenge, and if it wasn't for the luck against the Sand Slash at the end, I think we may have been trying all the way to level 88 or so, but luckily that wasn't the case. This was a very fun run, and I'm kind of glad my initial attempt at this run got deleted, because my emulator has no idea how to function, because I could utilise the likes of Seismic Toss and Double Team. Yes, the Double Team method is extremely cheap, but Pikachu learns it naturally, so I allow it this one time. I do believe this was a pretty optimal run, and I can't really think of anything else I could have done differently, apart from, teach Seismic Toss a bit earlier and get rid of agility. I really do hope you did enjoy this fun birthday video, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of my cake. And leave a like if you enjoyed the video, comment any of the suggestions you have for future challenges, and write happy birthday on the comments or on Twitter, because comments really help the YouTube algorithm. My name has been Super123, and I will see you all in the next video.